NFL Prime Time. The Bay Area buzz all week with a fresh Super Bowl. But in the end, it was the team with the best defense, the Seattle Seahawks, which is in their DNA. The new Seahawks of Coach Mike Macdonald, quarterback Sam Darnold. Celebration. The new Seahawks have left a mark here in the Bay Area. Mike Vrabel's Patriots were valiant, but they were in the end a little overwhelmed, as was their quarterback Drake May. But they will be back, nothing to hang their heads on. Meanwhile, better need a towel for the Gatorade bath for Coach Macdonald. Cooper Kupp back as a Super Bowl champ, this time with a different NFC West team in the family. DeMarcus Lawrence, the Seattle defense, Clint Kubiak, offensive coach, probably moving on in a day or two. Green, blue, confetti, and the Lombardi Trophy going back 12 years later to the beautiful Pacific Northwest. Fireworks on defense and redemption, if you will. First quarterback to play all playoffs without one turnover. And that's your backdrop, and welcome everybody as Chris Berman, Alex Smith, Booger McFarland. We saw, I don't want to say a clinic, but you said it to me, Booger. Give me a little credit somewhere along the line. I said, start watching that defense this October. You said sometimes the game goes kind of the way you thought it might.
You know, Boom, when we tried to break this game down, we thought about how was this game going to play out. We knew Seattle was the more talented team. We knew Seattle had the better defense. We just wondered, could Mike Vrabel and Josh McDaniels come up with some type of scheme to slow this Seattle team down? And the answer was absolutely not. The game played out exactly how most people thought it would.
It did, Boog, but for me, again, you still had 2 weeks. This Patriot offense had been good all year. I mean, what were they, the #2 scoring offense in the NFL? Obviously, a lot of talk about their strength of schedule, and then they run into this juggernaut defense today. And really, I mean, the statistics are deceiving. This was not close. I mean, here in person, they got after him all game, right? They couldn't handle him up front. At no time did this Patriots offense have any rhythm or even semblance of a plan of how to attack this defense. Again, hats off to this unit, Mike Macdonald, what he's brought to Seattle, the mentality that this front has, this dark side defense. Again, they took over tonight.
You know, I don't know about you, but it almost seemed as if the Patriots played tentative because they were afraid to drop back and throw the football because they couldn't block them up front. And when they couldn't run the football, now they're searching. There was a 3rd and 1, Boom. They threw a 10-yard back shoulder fade on 3rd and 1.
Yes.
Are you kidding me? 3rd and 1. 1 yard is 3 feet. So they didn't really have a plan. And when the initial plan failed, they just started searching and searching, and they never found anything.
I thought they were tentative. I thought Drake May, again, listen, he's the 2nd youngest quarterback to ever play in the Super Bowl. It's a tough environment. But offensively, again, it was almost like they were coaching him not to make the mistake, right? Don't go out there and make the mistake. And anytime you play a defense like this, that's this aggressive, again, it's going to snowball on you. You almost have to match the aggressiveness, right? And we saw it in the second half when they had nothing to lose. Finally, they make some plays because you got to push it downfield, and he's got to use his legs. But again, too much. This group up front, that D-line was just.
Well, look, Seattle never led New England in a meeting like here's a turnover. There was a clean game. Look, the Patriots defense held them afloat for as long as they could. But we will have Seattle defensive players. We'll have Coach Macdonald. But I do want to say this. And Boogie, you played on, Tampa, outstanding defense. This great defense to the eyeball is not quite like some of the others through recent history. I mean, I could go back to the Steel Curtain. I don't really want to go that far. But they're suffocating. But here's a team that coming in the regular season, nobody had more than 7 sacks. It's not, oh my God, here's Reggie White, Bruce Smith. I mean, we could go on. Here's Myles Garrett. That's not their type of team. Every level is suffocating. And does it break? Could you feel the will of the Patriots and the teams that the Seahawks have played this year, 49ers in particular, just gets, if not broken, gets really bruised?
There are some similarities with all great defenses. You have to have playmakers at all 3 levels. They do. You have to have a dominant defensive line. When you talk about, especially on the interior. Okay, on the edge, you got Nwosu. Inside, you got Byron Murphy, Leonard Williams, Reed. You got to have waves on the 2nd level. Ernest Jones, hello? making tackles sideline to sideline. And then you have to be able to cover people on the back end. Witherspoon, Woolen, they have guys that can cover. So, boom, even though they don't have the makings of maybe some of the names of those other defenses. Not yet. What they have is playmakers on all three levels, and it all starts up front.
A couple things. I think that actually makes them more dangerous, Boom. Like, in the sense that, like, when I'm playing Myles Garrett, right, like, the game plan's easy. We're going to double this guy. We're going to chip him. Who are you doubling? Right, who are you chipping? They're coming from everywhere. Devin Witherspoon, he had a sack, and then he caused the pick six, right, coming off the edge. He was an animal. Like, you know, it's hard to stop these guys. And then from a scheme standpoint, they're so good, it's not complex, right? Again, this is just a four-man rush. We're just better than you up front, right? And again, time and time again, when it was third down, here you see it. Witherspoon off the edge. He had the sack earlier. This one obviously leads to what they're calling a pick six. Looked like a sack fumble to me, but obviously a game-changing play nonetheless. But again, they're so talented, they don't even have to overwhelm you with scheme a lot of times. It's like line up in cover two, and we'll beat you, almost like your days in Tampa, right? Like, I think that is a signature of an elite defense, and they have that.
Congratulations, baby. Congrats. Absolutely, without a doubt.
The man. What's up, bro?
Jaxon Smith-Njigba, long time no see. Congratulations, champion. How you feeling? Wait, we'll get a mic on you. It's all. You got a shirt. Look what you get by coming to the Super Bowl and playing with this team, huh? And hold on, you're all set. I mean, like the first Niner game, 3 for 19. This time, it looked like they concentrated on you, but other guys stepped up. I mean, it's whatever it takes, isn't it, with this team, offense and defense spec.
Whatever it takes, you know, that's something that we've been preaching, something that I believe in. And you saw a complete team today. You know, I feel like we're the best team in the world, and we wanted to show that. And I'm a small part of this thing. Whatever they need from me, I'm gonna, you know, do my best. But we got guys all over the field. K9 special, Charbonnet, those guys up front, amazing job. Sam Darnold, super happy for him, and best defense in the world. Special teams, you know, it takes all of us, and you know, we're in this thing together.
When you watch your defense play like they did tonight, like they have the whole second half of the year, I mean, in almost every game, what are you thinking? Thank God I don't have to play against them?
Thank God. Thank God I have a great defense, honestly. I mean, defense wins championships, and those guys are elite from the D-line all the way to the secondary. And, you know, we definitely sharpen our tools with them, getting prepared for the season, and, you know, that's what you've seen tonight.
Well, listen, hold on. We got a guy that you might know.
There he is.
Sam Darnold.
Guy. MVP.
Congratulations.
Congrats, brother. Yeah,
we're going to get a mic on Sam. We're going to get quarterback to quarterback. And you know what, Sam, as you get set and take a seat, because, my goodness, you've deserved it. First quarterback ever to play all playoffs clean. No turnover. Clean. You're clean. And then what was it about? It was different. They took him away. But it was the game for Mr. Walker for you.
No doubt. I think it's just kind of been how it's been all year, to be honest. Like, especially towards the back half of the season, I feel like, you know, whenever we would get in the slump or they would take something away on offense, that's when our run game would get going. And our offensive line just continuing to build their chemistry together every single day. That was something that really stuck out to me. And then this guy, man, I mean, coming in every single day, no matter what the circumstances, no matter if they're double covering him, clouding over the top of him, or just, you know, trying to take him away. He was always so patient throughout the season, and, you know, that's a real leader. And it's just special. It's a special group of guys, special locker room, and I think that's how ultimately we got it done.
Dude, Sam, I just want to I'm trying to put this in perspective myself for you, right? Like, again, I feel like I have so much empathy. And you've heard it a bunch leading up to the Super Bowl, again, right? Like your journey, the top pick, traded, benched. You were at the Super Bowl as a backup 2 years ago. All you've done is win 31 games, right? Obviously, Minnesota, we know what happened there. To actually be here sitting in this chair, you're wearing the shirt, you got the hat on, you just looked at yourself in the Lombardi, man. Like, what is going on? What's going on right now? How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm not usually a crier or an emotional person.
Go for it.
No, I'm not going to cry right now, Boom. But man, like, just to be able to share a moment just now like 5 minutes ago with my parents and Katie, my fiance. Like, my parents, they believed in me. They believed in me from when I was a child playing this game. I would make mistakes. I would make mistakes off the field too. They know it. And, you know, they would teach me lessons and all these things throughout life. And they just believed in me, you know, throughout my entire career. And I credit them to why I'm still here, why I'm still chasing this dream, because they always believed in me, and it allowed me to believe in myself.
Just from a self-confidence standpoint, Sam, your journey, you go to Minnesota, you play well. I know you wanted to stay there. It didn't work out there. Then you come out here, and now you're a Super Bowl champion. To go from that to now, just personally, how does it feel?
I mean, shoot, dude, winning the Super Bowl is pretty special. You know, it doesn't get any better than that in sports, in my opinion. And but it's not because of me. It's because of the guys. Yeah. You know, it's just because of the locker room and the coaches. You know, it's just like the perfect blend of people that are in that building every single day, from the top down. Yeah. You know, from Jody all the way down. So it's just a special group, and I can't say that enough.
You know, we hear this all the time, and I was up there with you guys, not just because I like salmon, but I wanted to see how good this team was all the way around, as you know. What is it? There are very few teams that speak like our offense and our defense and our special teams. We're all one. That's nice to say sometimes. It's hard really to do, and you guys played the game. What is it, and you can both answer this one, what did you feel right away? You just got here in the summer, or the spring. What did you guys feel, and how together is it? Can you put it into words? Because I've heard it from October on.
Man, it's just something special. I think what we did off the field, you know, it was something I've never been a part of, and something you can just see united us. And, you know, we preach 12 as one. We want to go out there and, you know, play for each other. And we really believe that. And, you know, it's just awesome to go out there and do it, you know, every single Sunday. And, you know, I could see it from the jump, honestly. And, you know, it's just a blessing to go out here with Sam, and the way he's came in and led his troops is something that, you know, I'll never forget.
What did you see right away in this, Sam?
Yeah, I think, like you said, Boom, it's a lot of it can be coach talk. You know, you guys know, like, you always try every single offseason. Okay, you know, we're building a team. It's going to be, you know, three groups. You know, special teams, defense, offense. We got to play as one. We got to play complementary football. Yada yada. We've heard it all. But I think the leaders that we have at every position group is really special. Like, we have guys that, you know, we have the leaders and the older veterans that we're pushing that message every single day. And I think, you know, guys like Jax, Leonard Williams, Jaron Reed, Devin Witherspoon, Kobe Bryant, Ernest Jones on defense. And then, you know, we got a ton of guys on offense. You know, Cooper Kupp, Charles Cross, all those guys, you know, it's special.
Hey, congratulate. No, we're going to go through it. You know that. Ernest Jones, number 13, middle. Well, and the 12s were here helping you a little bit.
Oh, man, they were loud.
But congratulations, champ.
Thank you.
11 tackles.
Who had 11?
You, bro. Somebody.
Come on, baby.
Somebody, you.
Oh, okay.
How about that?
Okay.
How about that?
That sounds great.
His defense. And you had a shutout for a long time. I understand that's not what you're planning to win the Super Bowl.
Right.
What could you see in their eyes third quarter? Give them credit. They put some points up late, but could you see there was just frustration, like, that's not going to work. That's not going to. What did you see?
You started getting a sense of that, you know, once we kept getting after Drake. But, man, those front four, they were rushing their butts off today. Man, they took care of business on their own.
Did.
They made problems for Drake. And, man, you could tell all throughout the week, we've been asking ourselves, what can they possibly do to beat us? And today, they didn't give us too much.
Well, Booger, so Booger played on the Tampa Bay defense. It was pretty darn good.
What's it like to be on a defense that dominant? Because you were known for standing at the podium and say, Sam, that's my quarterback. Regardless of what happened, that's my quarterback. Right. What did you see in Sam, and what did you guys on defense see that say, you know what, regardless of what happens on that side of the ball, we got it?
Seen a guy that comes into work, man, he's there before a lot of guys. And I knew he cared. Man, at the end of the day, I've been around a lot of guys that don't care.
Yeah.
Sam cares about football more than anybody. So it was easy for me to step out there because I knew he had my back. I knew as I was stepping on that sword for him, he had my back. And this defense, the first day of OTAs, we broke up in groups and we said, hey, if we're not the best defense in the league when this year is over with, this is a failure. And we're here, and I believe we are.
No doubt about it.
You guys left, no doubt. When I know you said that. Okay, it starts in OTAs, but you guys lose your opener. You're 3-2 after 5 games. Like, when in this season did it click? Not just for this defense, but this team. When did you really say, like, man, I think we got a chance to go the distance?
We've been feeling this way. Even when we lost, guys were like, we were in shock because we were like, boy, how? Well, of course, we went back to it, went back to the drawing board. And I'd say, honestly, once we had that situation in that Rams game, when we defended each other the way we did, that told us all we needed to know about this team. Let's go win it all right now. We didn't lose a game since that day. So
game of the year.
Yeah.
Man.
As we got into this film and everybody was breaking it down, we said the weak link of the Patriots team was the left side of the offensive line. Particularly, we can get after them. As you guys are watching the tape, and now that the game is over, we can talk a little game plan. What was the game plan going against this team? How are we going to get after this quarterback?
I think for us, it was the biggest thing I think we talked about all week is you can't get scared of Drake's legs. We can't go to sending extra guys, having people rat all over the place just for him. Those front 4 guys, for us to be successful, y'all got to go rush. Go do what you do, and those guys came out there today and did just that.
Can I ask one question?
Yes.
Almost every first down you guys play, 1st and 10s, cover 2, right? And yet you guys still stuff the run,
yeah.
Right? You guys are light in the box, and as the middle linebacker, what kind of mindset do you have in there on 1st and 10 that you're still going to stop the run even though you're short?
That's my game, man. That running, you don't run the ball on me, and you don't run the ball on none of these guys. So my mindset is, man, you make it unbearable for you to run the ball.
Yeah.
Refresh my memory. Offense sells tickets.
Defense wins. Championship.
Because I forgot. I just
Dominated
wanted to remind America that you won one of these with the Rams, but
Yes.
this is the one. You're the green helmet. You're the middle of the suffocating defense.
Yes, sir, I love it.
So do we blame you?
I'll take the blame. I'll take it.
Congratulations.
Thank y'all.
champ. Good to see you.
Yes, sir. Pleasure.
Hey, congrats.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much.
Heck of a job, man. I
Appreciate
love
it.
how y'all play that defense.
Yes,
baby.
sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ernest Jones IV, the Seattle Seahawks. Listen, other than the 2 Ram games, while he's sitting here, let's just go backwards. 13 in the Super Bowl, right? Rams. San Francisco, 6-3. Carolina, 10. This is the points you're giving up. Indy, 16. Atlanta, 9. Minnesota, shutout.
I said it's
for the
pretty
2
good.
Rams game, that's
pretty
the
good.
end of the season.
That's good. I love that.
Yes.
I knew you'd like that.
Yes, sir.
Go celebrate with your teammates.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all for having me, man. Yes.
Coach Mike Macdonald, 2nd year with the Seahawks, 1st year Super Bowl champ as head coach. Congratulations.
Thank you, my friend.
Listen, you said that defense played your best game of the year in the San Francisco in the playoffs. This was right there, wasn't it?
It was right there. I mean, it's the way our team just decide, like when they set their mind to something and then they stick together and make it come to life. It's just unbelievable, you know. I'm not surprised. It's just who they are. But it's a special group, and man, I'm happy for them. They get to live as champions the rest of their life. Pretty cool.
Would you describe your defense at all levels? And then I'm going to bring in some guys that know a little more football than me, that's for sure. It's just suffocating. And how do you coach suffocation? I mean, that sounds like a goofy question, but that's kind of what you guys do.
Well, it's about being connected. And when we talk about, like, it's 12 as one, everybody working together, they're unrelenting. And they do it every day. And our coaches do a great job of feeding that mentality, but our players really decided that that's how they want to play football. And they committed to it. And I'm really happy for them that it showed up today because they deserve it.
Mike, I think the hardest thing to do as a new coach is to create a culture. But you've done it, and done it at the highest level in Seattle. How did you do it?
Well, it wasn't just me. That's probably the first thing. I think when you get in my job, you realize very quickly you don't know all the answers. So you find those who do, and my job is to make it come to life and make it come together, and just stay steadfast, towards the vision, what we wanted to create. I mean, John Schneider, unbelievable support. Yeah. Leslie Frazier, incredible. Mike Gervais, Stephen Hauser were awesome. Jody's been fantastic the whole process. when we were in the fog last year, just guiding us through that whole thing. Our players, our staff, I mean, guys like Mo Kelly, Eric Kennedy, I mean, all those people that just kept the kind of the train on the tracks as we were going through all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then just kept everybody aligned and kept the faith. And that's how we did it. It's pretty awesome.
This is an amazing run, right? Like, again, it's your second year as a head coach, right?
Yeah,
People
wow.
are assistants forever. They all have dreams of being here and wearing this unbelievable jacket and holding up the Lombardi, right? But you did this. You built this. You created that culture. What was that moment like with your team as you finally got them in there in the locker room? Like, to share that, right? Like, that group that started it together and got to the mountaintop, right? You achieved this thing, and you'll have that forever together.
Yeah, that's a shared memory we're going to have the rest of our lives. You know, I think it was powerful, too. Just said an awesome team prayer. You know, you just felt the spirit of our team, and gave the trophy to Sam, broke it down, and now they're celebrating. So it's going to be a fun night.
Yep.
Listen, I want you to look at something, Mike, and everybody out there, look at this too, all right? Youngest coaches to win a Super Bowl, all right? I'm telling, well, some guy in your division, some guy who coached for 19 years with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and then some guy who said after you beat the Rams 38-37, look, I'm just a second-year coach. I'm still trying to figure it out.
That's true.
You figured something out.
Yeah, we did it. We figured it out. That's pretty awesome. Yeah. Look, this is bad TV. I got nothing to say.
I'm just super happy about your quarterback.
Yeah.
What did you guys see this offseason, right?
Yeah.
And I think even through the rest of the year, right? Like the resiliency, I've been amazed by it. I've talked about it, everything that he's been through, the courage that he plays with, right? I think the mindset that he has, and it was on display through the playoffs, the shootout in the NFC Championship game. I thought he was in total command tonight throughout this game, right? Like, and again, obviously the same thing for him, right? To go achieve this. But from your perspective?
Yeah, the whole offseason, I mean, we knew Sam, the talent. We knew Sam, the person, the teammate, the leader. I didn't know Sam, the, like, unrelenting, steadfast player on what he did day in, day out to, like, build our team, build our offense, which is incredible. And then I'll tell you what, just like to feel kind of his, like, aura, energy over the last probably month. I mean, it's just a cool cucumber, man. Just absolute stone cold, and just like the confidence you could feel he believed, and it was really just a matter of going to execute. So I'm really happy for him.
I'm gonna jump in the weeds in your wheelhouse here, talking defense. One of the keys of a great defense, you got to be able to stop the run.
Yeah.
And most of the time, you got to do it with a light box.
Yep.
You guys did it a lot tonight.
And in nickel.
On early downs, in nickel, in a light box. What gave you confidence that you guys could do that against this New England team?
What our guys have done all year. You know, I mean, I'm kind of upset we went to base in that backed up first down. It would have been cool to have been in sub the whole game, but when you talk about 12 as one, you have to kind of kick the guy's butt in front of you and then some. And that's how you can play shell defense, and we have the guys that do it. So it makes my job way easy, make the right adjustments, and they play the right way. They play violent, they play physical, they play together. Hard to move the ball in that type of unit.
Is that a challenge for your defense that you guys can stay in nickel, that Nick can stay in the box, your rookie
for sure.
stud, right? Like,
well, they knew that was our vision of what we wanted to create, and they made it come to life. It wasn't easy, but they take a lot of pride in it. You know, like guys like DeMarcus Lawrence, you know, they love that. He just knows that we're in shell, you know, and then he does the rest.
A lot of your wins, and this will end with this, were like this: 3-0, 6-0, or 7-0, 10-0, and it's a game. But the other offense is going, I don't want to say nowhere, but I don't know, New England had maybe 150 yards through three quarters. If they had that much, I'm not sure. And then there's the score that made this one 19-0, and it's never over. I get it. But what is it about? What's the talk on the sideline like? Okay, we haven't put it away yet, but let's just tighten. A lot of your wins were just like this one this year.
Yeah, we've come a long way in that area over the last 2 years, but we talk about stacking plays. And circumstances don't affect how we should play. And that's the guys bought in on how they want to play, and that's what the conversation is one, we want to attack the football, but also just, hey, let's keep stacking one play at a time, our style of football, and trust that the results are going to be something that we like.